Now, I do have to ask, literally a week after you become champion and everything seems to be moving in this direction, Donald Trump announces that they're going to the White House, and like a day later, Jon Jones says, I'm back. And now all the talk is, I'm out of retirement, I'm getting tested. Did you chuckle at all this? Did you literally days after all this goes down, he says, okay, I'm back after all. What do you make of all this?
Oh, mate, it's just boring. It's just so boring. I don't even have a comment on it. It's boring as hell. Don't want to talk about it.
Like, you just probably rolled your eyes and moved on, right?
I've already got a fight, so I'm focusing on that. That's the way that I like micromanage things so well mentally. Is that like for the next 10 weeks of my life, all I'm thinking about is like Cyril Gam and how to beat him. Like even what you said about his coach, what you said I didn't say, it doesn't matter because I'm fighting Cyril, and that's all that matters really. No matter what anybody said or done or what's happened in the past is all pretty irrelevant at this point because we're going to fight each other, and that's all that really matters.
And I promise it's the only other thing I'll ask about it, but now it's become Jon versus Tom would be the biggest fight ever at the White House, and even Dana has talked about it, that would be the wish list. Is that something that you even think about or use as like that could be a goal, or because of the past year you won't allow yourself to even get too worked up over that?
Do you want me to be honest?
Please.
It has spent 0 seconds in my mind.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. I'm not interested, mate. Not interested. And the world shouldn't be interested either, because what's the point?
I cannot blame Tom Aspinall. I can't. I'm with Tom Aspinall all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another quick clip. Like, share, subscribe, support me in growing this channel. That's all you can do. That's the very least. Before you decide to, slide off to the next video, just hit the notification button, like this video, share this video, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us grow this community. That is my appeal. Now let's get right to it. Show of hands. Should Tom Aspinall give Jon Jones a title shot? I mean, assuming Tom Aspinall wins his next fight. Should Tom Aspinall give Jon Jones a title shot? Is there any of you who feels like they feel bad for Jon Jones after Tom Aspinall's response to Ariel Helwani? No? Oh, okay. Is there anybody who's still a fan of Jon Jones right now? Even with the record, the legacy, and all that, the fight IQ and all the spectacular moments in the octagon. Is there really anybody who's a fan of Jon Jones right now? You'd be hard-pressed to see somebody who's a fan of Jon Jones. And the reason is simple. Jon Jones played himself. He did. I'm sorry. Jon Jones overestimated the fans' love for him. He overestimated the MMA community's grace. He took us for a ride. He took us for a merry-go-round for over a year. That's exactly why Jon Jones is one of the most hated persons in the game right now. Really. And think about it, right? Which retired former champion of the UFC is more hated than Jon Jones right now? And he did this to himself. Jon Jones was responsible for everything he's getting back right now. I'm sorry. You can imagine that Tom Aspinall, when he was rising through the ranks, he used to look at Jon Jones and he used to idolize Jon Jones. Like, I wish I could fight that guy. It would be such an honor to fight that guy one day. But in a recent interview on the Harrell Owani show, Tom Aspinall made it very clear. His focus is Cyril Gane, and even if his focus wasn't Cyril Gane, he is absolutely not interested in fighting Jon Jones today, yesterday, or in the future. Whether that's a White House event or even if it's on the damn moon, he doesn't care. Tom Aspinall doesn't care. And I can't blame Tom. Tom worked his way to his position as #1 contender, went through a nasty knee injury, came back, fought all the legitimate contenders or everybody who's a legitimate fighter that was ranked above him to secure an interim title shot. He finally gets a title shot and he's waiting for Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic to have their fights. Jon Jones has an injury and has to undergo surgery. Stipe has to wait. Jon has to wait. Tom waited. No problem. It's an injury. Nobody sees that coming. Jon recovers from the injury, takes some time to heal, then gets in the octagon with Stipe and beats Stipe. Bruh, the next logical fight was with Tom Aspinall. And you, Jon Jones, you made the poor guy wait. You made the guy wait for no reason. And the funny thing was, Jon Jones wasn't even man enough to simply come out and tell us, the fans, what his actual plans were. And his plans were simple. After fighting Stipe Miocic, he was going to retire. He wasn't going to fight anybody else. Let's get that clear. Jon Jones would not have fought anybody else after Stipe Miocic, but he decided to take us on a ride. Teasing and cock teasing, feeling like he was gonna fight Tom Aspinall or whoever the next contender is. Probably, he even said he was even playing around with the idea of fighting Alex Pereira when Alex was still the light heavyweight champion. Absolute trash. I don't like it. I don't like how Jon handled it. And then everybody just got tired. Dana White got tired, you got tired, I got tired, the MMA community got tired, the fighters got tired. Dean Thomas said he doesn't give a flipping F about watching the Jon Jones fight. And now it would seem even Tom Aspinall. And quite frankly, if Tom Aspinall wins Cyril Gane, which my money's on Tom Aspinall, if Tom Aspinall wins Cyril Gane, I don't care if he's offered $30 million. He should never fight Jon Jones. Ever. If he decides to go in that path, I don't blame him. Because that was, what's the phrase Derek Jackson used? That's a whole ass move that Jon Jones did, taking us on that damn merry-go-round for over a year. And he knew that, listen, guys, he knew. Jon Jones knew he was not going to fight Tom Aspinall. He knew he was going to retire. Why hold up a division for over a year? He threw out a big number, rumored to be 30 million, thinking that the UFC was not going to meet him on that number. And it turns out, from what I hear, the UFC actually matched that offer and said, hey, we're going to give you the $30 million. Let's do this fight with Tom Aspinall. Then crickets. Where was Jon Jones? Nobody heard anything about Jon Jones. Silence, and then, hey, you know what? I'm going to vacate. Listen, it's one thing to vacate. I don't mind that. It's not for us to tell a fighter when he should retire or if he should retire. It's really not for us. We have our opinions, we're going to say it, but it's really dependent on the fighter. So he's free to go when he wants to go. What he is not free to do is try to play with our sensibilities. He's trying to make us look stupid. He's trying to cock tease. our emotions, making us anticipate a fight that he knew was never going to happen. He's not allowed to do that. I'm sorry. And at this point, what would be the gain for Tom Aspinall to fight Jon Jones? Because if it's legacy, I think Jon's legacy doesn't matter right now. It really doesn't matter. Because you could say he has these good numbers, these many title defenses, but you know, the little pickle Grand Prix issue will always be there. The outside the octagon antics will always be there. And then the way he ended his career will always be there. That's 3 strikes of negativity. I mean, I'm trying to mash up the strikes outside the octagon as 1 count, but that's 3 strikes. Guys, do you remember how great the TV show Game of Thrones was? Jon Jones reminds me of Game of Thrones season 1 to season 6. And then you all know what happened in season 7 and season 8. It was trash. And it went out on a low. The reason I rate Breaking Bad, a TV show, much better than Game of Thrones, and argue with your phones, guys. Breaking Bad is better than Game of Thrones because of the way Game of Thrones ended. The last 2 seasons, 7 and 8, trash. And that is exactly how Jon Jones's career ended. Like season 7 and season 8 of Game of Thrones. It was trash. Whoosah. Rant over, Mr. TDC out. Peace.